Hello everyone. Today we are going to start for the new experiment, which is experiment number 3 for the synthesis of para-iodobenzoic acid. Now aim for that experiment, which is to synthesize the para-iodobenzoic acid from para-aminobenzoic acid by Sandmeyer reaction. So performing the synthesis, first of all we have to know about the Sandmeyer reaction. This reaction is totally based upon the diazotization. In this reaction, aryl halide forms aryl diazonium salt. It means that diazonium salt undergoes the number of reaction in which azo group is lost its molecular nitrogen and replaced by the variety of other groups, which is OH, iodine, bromine, chlorine. Now in this reaction we are going to replace azo group with the iodine and form the benzoic acid. Now next one, diazotization. This is the reaction in which that primary aromatic acid on the reaction with nitrous acid in the presence of hydrochloric acids form the diazonium salt. Diazonium salt, which is the intermediate for this reaction. Now after formation of the diazonium salt, we are going to convert into the aryl halides. This is called as a Sandmeyer reaction. It means that conversion of diazonium salt into the aryl halide. Now, in this reaction, aryl diazonium salt have a diazonium group, and this is replaced with the halide in the presence of the metal salt known as the Sandmeyer reaction. This is reaction considered to be as a nuclear substituted aromatic compound by using the amines. Okay, now we can see the reaction. General reaction, which is aromatic amine ARNH2 reacted with the NaNO2, which is nitrous acid, and in the presence of the hydrochloric acid. By combining this, they will form the diazonium salt. You can see this Ar, N, triple bond N, Cl. So N plus Cl, this is the salt formation, and N double bond or the triple bond N, this is called as a azo group. Now byproduct is NaCl and the H2O. After reacting it with N2, which is removed as a gas, and there is a formation of the aryl halide, which is ArCl. For the iodobenzoic acid, we are going to place chlorine with the iodine. Okay. Now mechanism for this reaction, which is first of all, aryl diazonium ion species is reduced by the reaction with the copper salt, which is used as a reducing agent, and they will form the aryl radical species. Now second one, aryl radical, which abstracts the halogen from the copper chloride or X2. It means there is a presence of any of the halogen. It might be chlorine, iodine, fluorine, or the bromine. Now thus they get reduced to the copper 1 salt, and this species is regenerated in the second step by using as a catalyst. This is about the mechanism part. Now applications of that synthesis, which is O-iodobenzoic acid, O-chlorobenzoic acid, M-dichlorobenzoic acid, 2-chloronaphthalene, and halotoluene. These are the 5 compounds that we can synthesize by using the Sandmeyer reaction. Now advantages for this reaction, first one, which is they permits the introduction of electron withdrawing substituents onto the aromatic ring. Second one, aryl diazonium salt as well as Sandmeyer products which is derived, there are useful intermediate for the synthesis of the substituted aromatic compounds, because by using this intermediate of the diazonium chloride or the diazonium salt, we can perform the lots of synthesis which are related with the substituted aromatic compounds. Okay, but there is a need of the catalyst. Now next one, it is also used to synthesize the radiosymmetrical pure halotoluene with the copper as a catalyst. Now there is a one disadvantage for this reaction, which is there is a number of competing side reaction and leading to the formation of the biaryls as a compound and the phenol. It means there is a possibility that there is a formation of the biaryls also. Now, moving to the main experimental part, which is synthesis of the para-iodobenzoic acid. Now objective for that experiment, which is we have to learn some techniques, how to handle the chemicals, how to handle the equipment and the glassware, how to perform the synthesis. We have to take care for the while we are using the some corrosive chemicals like HCl, nitrous acid. Okay, now next one, we have to learn that how to assess the efficiency of your experimental method. We have to plan for the isolation and the purification of the para-iodobenzoic acid. Now we have to learn the procedure for the synthesis of para-iodobenzoic acid. Now requirements for that experiment, which is para-aminobenzoic acid, sulfuric acid, potassium iodide and sodium nitrate. These are the chemicals required, and the glassware are the RBF, funnel, reflux condenser, water bath, stirrer, pipette, beaker, and the instrument, which is suction pump. Now next part, the principle, as we already studied about it, which is that azotization reaction, treating aromatic amines with the aromatic acid with the nitrous acid and the HCl, they will form the diazonium salt, and after that they perform the diazotization reaction. They are similarly same reaction and mechanism, which is compressed into this principle. But main part they have given us about the nitrous acid, which get protonate and lose the water molecule to give the nitrosonium ion after the attack of nucleophile on the nitrosonium ion, and they will form the N-nitroso derivative, and this is the tautomer of the proton transfer from the nitrogen to the oxygen and resulting the formation of the hydroxyl group. Okay, we can see this in the reaction part. First of all, you can see this NH2. After reacting, they will form the N triple bond NCl, which is diazonium salt. Now after the Ki, N2 get removed as a gas, Cl get replaced with the iodine by using the KCl formation and I2 formation. But due to the nucleophile attack, there is a possibility of the formation of the nitroso compound replacing with the OH group. Okay, now moving to the next part, which is procedure. We have to take 5 grams of the para-aminobenzoic acid, dissolve into the 30 ml of the hydrochloric acid. Then we have to cool it in an ice bath, because for this synthesis we have to maintain the temperature. Now in the second beaker, we are going to prepare the 3 grams of the sodium nitrate into the 10 ml water. Again we are going to keep into the ice bath. Now the prepared nitrite solution we are going to add into the para-aminobenzoic acid solution, and this reaction we are going to perform on the ice bath. Okay, now we have to maintain the temperature up to the 10 degrees Celsius during the addition, and after addition there is a formation of the cold diazonium salt. Okay, we have to stir it continuously, then add the 30 ml of the potassium iodide solution. Now the conversion of diazonium salt to the iodide sample. Okay, and continuous shaking up to the 20 to 25 minutes. After cooling it, there is a formation of the precipitate. We have to filter it and dry it into the oven. Now the calculation part, which is a theoretical yield, practical yield, which is our performed synthesized product value. Theoretical yield, it nears comes to the 4.52 gram, and the percentage is nearly comes with the 60%, because our practical yield come up with the nearby 2.8 gram. That's why the practical yields it's nearby 60%. Now conclusion is for this synthesis is para-iodobenzoic acid was successfully synthesized, and percentage yield and the melting point was found to be 60%, and the melting point is 273 degrees Celsius, because standard melting point is in the range between the 274 to the 278. Okay, so this is the experiment of performing the synthesis para-iodobenzoic acid from the Sandmeyer reaction.